This is an avocado tree. But you wouldn't know that, would you? Because there ain't no avocados on this tree. That concerns me because this variety, the Donnie variety, is an early season avocado. In fact, it is the earliest of our early season avocados. We're supposed to start picking Donnies the 3rd week of May. That's 5 weeks from now. Normally at this time in the season, this tree would be loaded with fruit about that size. To make matters worse, here's another Donnie, no fruit. Here is a 3rd example of a Donnie, and you guessed it, no fruit. After some pretty intensive searching, I was able to find a few fruit just starting to pop there. That guy there, that's just a little avocado just starting to pop. You see that guy? And unfortunately, that's not just the case for my Donnies in this grove. It's true for my Donnies in my other 2 groves. To offer some perspective, this tree grows the Monroe variety avocado. We pick Monroes in the month of November. That's 6 months later than we pick Donnies. But my Monroes are loaded with fruit. Let me show you. Look at that beauty right there. We got that guy there. We got that guy there. And look at the size. These are all about the diameter of a dime. And unfortunately for all of us, this late, light Donnie crop is not limited to Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm. I've spoken to a lot of my colleagues, and they too are expecting a late and light Donnie crop. And those of you who've studied economics know that when demand is fixed and supply is heavy, prices go down. But when production is light, supply goes down, prices go up. And if you don't like it, don't blame me. This is just plain old economics. Blame Milton Friedman or Adam Smith. Why don't we take a walk through the grove, and I will go variety by variety in the order we pick them so you can get an idea of what the supply might be like for the 2025 season. After Donnie, the next avocado variety we pick is Simmons. And the Simmons are right on schedule. Look at all these beautiful, beautiful avocados on this tree. Look at that guy. They're already starting to look like a Simmons. Over here, I see more Simmons on this one branch of this one tree than I've seen Donnies all season so far. After we finish the earlies, which for Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm, that means Donnie and Simmons, we move into our mid-season or our summer avocados. And no summer avocado collection would be complete without the Catalina. Catalina is a Cuban variety, and it's no surprise that Cubans all around here in Dade County love to grow and eat the Catalina. It's known to be very tasty and creamy, and as you can see here, it's also a very productive avocado. And it makes sense that they're smaller than the Simmons that you saw because the Simmons will be picking in about 60 to 90 days. These we'll be picking in about 90 to 120 days. Another variety we pick in the summertime, starting in the month of August, is the Black Prince. The Black Prince is known to be a heavy producer. My trees are always loaded, and this year is no exception. And Black Prince is identifiable by these characteristic veins that grow on the skin. You can even see it here in this little baby. My most popular summer variety avocado is called the Miguel, but I don't grow it at this grove. I grow it at my 2 other groves, but I already checked on the Miguel crop and it's doing great. We also offer 2 specialty varieties called Brogdon and Russell. But as you see behind me, I don't have any mature trees in those varieties. The grove I used to lease that had my Russells and Brogdons got sold by the landowner. And the new landowner plowed down all the avocado trees and planted guava. So I was forced to plant my own section of Russell and Brogdon. And as you see here, they're still very immature. But my itty bitty baby Brogdons decided to produce fruit. Even this little guy here, the smallest tree in my grove, grew a fruit. Once we finish with the Catalina, Black Prince, Miguel, Russell, and Brogdon, we're done with our mid-season varieties. We're finished with our summer varieties, and it's time to move into our late season, our fall and winter varieties. At Sleepy Lizard Avocado Farm, our first late season variety is called the Choquette. Choquette is an avocado variety you can depend on. It's a producer. It is Steady Eddie. And it's no surprise that it's already starting to pop little fruit. While the Choquette is one of my most reliable producers, the Hall variety behind me here is an alternate bearer. Alternate bearing means exactly what it sounds like. It produces on alternate years. One year we get so many halls on this tree, so many avocados, it makes the branches want to crack. They grow in big clusters. The following year you might get one or two or none. And this season looks like it's shaping up to be one of those highly productive seasons. Just in this little group right here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see about a dozen halls growing just on that one little branch behind me. And as I look up into the tree, I see hundreds. It's going to be a good year for Hall. Choquette is September. Hall is October. And in my other grove, I have two more October varieties called Lula and Booth 8. And I don't know how they're doing yet. I haven't been able to check on them yet. About 2 months into the late variety season, we begin to pick another customer favorite called the Monroe. I don't even have to check on the Monroes. Monroes are the most productive avocado variety I'm aware of. They not only produce every year, they produce in huge numbers. They have a high oil content. They have a flavor that would remind you of the Hass avocado, the little black wrinkly one you get at the supermarket. And we start picking these guys in early to mid-November. It's gonna be a good year for Monroe. Are we facing an avocado shortage for the 2025 season? I would say not. However, it looks like the early season crop, the spring crop, is going to be a little bit late and a little bit light. Combine that with the fact that the US government is considering putting tariffs on imports from other countries, avocados might be a little more expensive in the springtime. But don't worry, I'm here to help. As you saw, my Simmons trees are loaded, and they'll be hitting the market by the 4th of July. After that comes the Catalina, the Black Prince, the Miguel, the Russell, the Brogdon, the delicious summer varieties. You saw my trees are loaded. And then we move into late season, the Choquette, the Monroe, Steady Eddie, heavy producers. And it looks like my halls are having an on year this year. They're gonna be heavy, they're gonna be cracking the branches. It looks like we're gonna be getting off to a rough start, but after that, it's gonna be business as usual. And speaking of business, I am running a business. I not only grow avocados, but I sell avocados. And the place I sell those avocados is guacfarm.com, GUACFARM.com. Now, maybe today you learned there are multiple varieties of avocado and you might like to try one. Or maybe today you learned of a variety you never heard of before that you'd like to try. You can get yourself a box at guacfarm.com. We also sell mango at guacfarm.com. Another fruit that's become very popular in my customer base and grows on this tree right behind me here is called mamey. And since I'm only just introducing this fruit to most of you and you've never had it before, right now we're doing a promotion. Get yourself a box of mamey and in the checkout page, use promo code MAMEY, M-A-M-E-Y, for $10 off. It so happens that this mamey is ripe and ready to eat. And I'm gonna go in the house and do that right now. While I do that, you go to guacfarm.com and I will see you on the next video.